I am a prevention coordinator for Saving Grace, teaching about healthy relationships, about healthy sexuality, helping young people to try to navigate the relationships in their lives and try to understand them a little bit better. And then Jacqueline, I think a lot of you might have met Jacqueline as well, but I don't know if you want to introduce yourself again too.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and I went to Sisters High School just like you. I graduated in 2003, and now I speak with Saving Grace and volunteer in schools sharing my story. But I just tell them I came from the same community as all of you guys, and I came from a really nice family. I never imagined that I would ever be in an abusive relationship. I met someone who was really interesting and exciting and very smart and funny and just the life of the party. And he basically worshiped me and put me on this pedestal. And I thought in my 19-year-old brain, like, this is what people are talking about when they say they meet the one. Who turned out to be really controlling and abusive. And I was with him for 10 years. And when I finally escaped, it just made me want to speak in schools. I'm really committed to educating young people and just telling you guys everything I wish that someone would have told me. The first major red flag was only a couple months into dating, and we went to a party, and I was talking to some of my friends from classes, some guys, and my new boyfriend got super jealous and pulled me outside and started yelling at me and swearing at me and calling me every name in the book. So I went home, and the next day I went to talk to him to break up with him. He said that he had been so hurt that I was talking to other guys, and he was just beside himself and so angry because he loved me more than anyone had ever loved me before. And as an idiot teenager, I stayed, and that is the single most regrettable instant of my entire life. Then things were really good for a while, and then there were other red flags, and he moved me into the middle of nowhere and started preparing for the end of the world. But the worst part was that he treated me like a sexual slave. And so he wanted sex every single day, and if I didn't, he would just take it. I lost my sense of self. I lost my sense of strength, and I just became this shell of a person who was very scared all the time and just jumping. He made me feel like I really was crazy, and then he started threatening to wring my neck. So I tried to get him to go to counseling with me, and then I finally got him to, and I finally felt like this is my safe space, and I can be supported, and I can get through to this man who I know deep down loves me. So I sat there and I poured my heart out, and I said, I cry during or after sex because I feel raped, and I try to hide my crying from you so you won't get mad. And he sat there like a stone statue, and he said, well, you don't hide your crying very well. And it was at that moment, this light bulb went off in my head. This person is incapable of true love, what love means. This person is scary and has no emotion. And I went back the next week by myself, and the counselor said, I was so scared you weren't going to come back. Thank you for coming back. I could see him locking you in a room. I could see him killing you. I really could. And no one had ever said anything like that to me. No one had ever said, this person doesn't treat you right. No one had ever said, you deserve better. Nobody. It was like evening by that time. I took my baby, I went to my friend's house. I called my dad and sisters and I said, come get me. And he didn't ask any questions. He just said, I'll be right there. And he dropped what he was doing and he came and got me. And my baby was 2.5 and she didn't really talk a lot. So we're in the car and she just said, where's Dad? And I said, he's at home. And she never asked about him again. Never.
I just want to say thank you to Jacqueline, because it takes like a lot of bravery to do this, because we were talking like also about vulnerability. Like it's kind of just like you feel naked and you're just standing in front of a bunch of people, and so it's kind of hard, but it can have a big payoff because people will understand you better. So I think thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I remember the last time you were here and I had an experience of an abusive relationship, and what you said really resonated with me and inspired me to not go back to that person.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing that.
I've had some students say that they notice they're being abusive themselves, which I really appreciate. The fact that they're able to see those controlling behaviors and acknowledge that I might be doing that.
I'm going to change the world. I will use this anger that I have and educate young people so that this doesn't happen to someone else like me.